Let's go.
Waters, plenty of time, and downfield, and a connection made. Right up the middle, here comes the blitz. Ended up that way, another completion to Jordan. Touchdown. Jump off Leonard. Loses his balance. Lost the football. For overtime. Godfrey. No good.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Power horse powering through the line. Still on his feet to 40, 35. Moving the pile toward the goal line, still moving. No indication. Yes, touchdown Wildcat. Across the 10, the 5. He is in. Touchdown. Is about to get underway, and here's the kick. First down and more across the 30, 35. That's still on his feet. Across the green, ball to the football. It's loose. The Wildcats have it. To Jordan. Wilson keeps it. Touchdown!
Terry Kelly here at Ritchie Cadillac, inviting you to stop by and discover why Cadillac is the top-selling luxury brand in Volusia and Flagler counties. Cadillac CTS has the performance, design, and luxury that make Cadillac a luxury brand leader. The CTS family has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 4 years in a row, and also has a 5-star safety rating. Test drive the Cadillac CTS today at Ritchie Cadillac on Nova Road in Daytona Beach, or visit us online at ritchieautos.com.
Welcome to my place. Come on, get in the game.
Get in the game at Vince Carter's, LPGA Boulevard at I-95, Daytona Beach.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, 13 institutions, all bringing the dreams of our student athletes to light. A premier NCAA Division I conference. We deliver excellence across the spectrum, uniting the diverse pursuits and talents of all our student athletes with the power of respect. For together, we are the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, achieving the dream.
Do you want to wear what the real Wildcats wear? You can get your official BCU Wildcat team gear from the comfort of your own home online at bcusportshop.com, the official online store of BCU Wildcat Athletics. Save your gas money. Avoid the hassles in the mall. Click on bcusportshop.com and get the best in Wildcat wear delivered to you in just 48 hours. bcusportshop.com, the official Wildcat online store. From inside the band rehearsal hall here on the campus at Bethune-Cookman University, I'm Lynn Thompson. Welcome to this week's BCU Wildcat Football Insider. I'm joined as always by the head football coach, Brian Jenkins. The Cats are 3-1 overall, coach, preparing to go into the conference play where you will seek to keep your 15-game winning streak going along. But more importantly, you're joined by your partner in crime at the football games, Donovan Wells. 18 years, Donovan, the head band man at Bethune-Cookman University. Thanks for having us here inside your laboratory, because that's what this is, isn't it?
Exactly what it is. Exactly.
Now, you two guys are very similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody says that. One of you guys uses football players, the other one uses musicians, but you prepare the same way, and the product looks the same. And Coach Jenkins, as we took a look with the fans, the first set, to take an in-depth look at the highlights of the first 4 ball games, where do you think we are, football-wise, first, after 4 games?
Well, football-wise, we're right on track, in many areas. But some areas we have to make a major improvement. In every game we've thrown an interception, and that's something that we got to reduce if we want to make a run at the championship.
Mm-hmm. Now, on the other side of the ball, you've had a pick every game except for the last one when you dropped 2.
Right, definitely. Defensively, we're playing really well. We're playing team football. We're swarming the football. We're causing turnovers, which we're known for. And that's something we're going to have to continue to do to make a championship run. One
thing you found, Coach, and you said earlier in the year that you did have it, but the fans didn't know it. You had depth at the running back position. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine, or for that matter, can the fans imagine that you've got a guy that's rushed for close to, 300 yards after 3 ball games, and is not number 2?
Right. Definitely. Anthony Jordan has stepped in and done a wonderful job, which we knew he would. Ike is facing some in-house stuff that is cleared up now and should be back. So, to me, I think we're going to be even better as an offense with Ike being back in the lineup.
And what you simply have to do is figure out a way to share the carries, right?
Absolutely. But those guys understand our game plan. They understand where they fit in at, and they accept their role, and that's what makes us a good team. Okay. Everybody just doing their role.
Now, when we talk in terms of a good team and a good package, Coach, you have made it clear to me and to everybody else that we can't be who we are without this man and what he does. Mm-hmm. And then, folks, I don't know if you really understand the dynamics here of a great band and a great football team, but hand in hand, those two form an unbeatable combination. And I have seen you guys looking at each other during games. And Donovan, you're watching the play, so you have to have intimate knowledge of football because you're directing the band and in accordance with NCAA rules, but you're also keeping the team fired up. How difficult is that to do?
You know, our first goal, we don't want to get a penalty for the team. I respect the players and the coach and their staff and how hard they work. I know how hard they work. I see them out there. And but we want to make sure that we're doing some things in the stand that'll get our fans behind them at critical times. We want to do things that make the players feel good while they're out there. And at Florida State, you know, they have their war song that they play behind every little thing that the team does. And we have our Let's Go Wildcats that we play behind every little thing that the team does. And it's a pleasure for us because, as you know, until Coach Jenkins got here, we didn't play it much. But you know, we didn't play the fight song much. we didn't have too many victories on the board. But it's a pleasure to play for his team and the players and everything. It's truly a pleasure. It really is.
Coach, when do you need it? Because I've seen you turn around and look to the band sometimes.
Right.
Tell me, when do you need it?
Well, a lot of times if we're flat or, you know, we make a play, you know, I'll look up and look to the band and look to Mr. Wells. And I guess we just got a unique relationship where he understands, you know, the game. You know, hey, when I need him or when to tone it down or when not or when to pick it up. And it's just a unique thing that I enjoy. The other thing that's really good, I think we got the best practice atmosphere because a lot of times when we're practicing, the band is out there practicing. So it's just like game day to us. So I think that's what makes it unique, you know, on game day that we understand each other so much because the atmosphere is always the same.
There is certainly a chemistry there. The fans have begun to recognize it. In fact, when we hit the road, it's amazing that the fans and even the visiting bands respond, and that's what happened in Tallahassee.
Right. Well, you know, in Tallahassee, we were up in the stands, a little rain down there, and I saw Coach down there, and I spoke on my megaphone. I said, Jenkins, Jenkins, Jenkins. And he turned around, and I just pointed at him. He pointed back. I just wanted him to know that we were there. We were going to be up there, and we're going to be there all day. No matter what happened with the team, we're going to be there all day.
You heard it from Donovan Wells, our director of bands. We'll come back in just a few moments. We'll find out more about the football team, but we'll find out how Donovan Wells does what he really does to make it look so easy and so professional. More in just a moment.
Welcome to my place. Come on, get in the game.
Get in the game at Vince Carter's, LPGA Boulevard at I-95, Daytona Beach.
Larry Kelly here at Ritchie Cadillac, inviting you to stop by and discover why Cadillac is the top-selling luxury brand in Volusia and Flagler counties. Cadillac CTS has the performance, design, and luxury that make Cadillac a luxury brand leader. The CTS family has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 4 years in a row and also has a 5-star safety rating. Test drive the Cadillac CTS today at Ritchie Cadillac on Nova Road in Daytona Beach or visit us online at ritchieautos.com.
Do you want to wear what the real Wildcats wear? You can get your official BCU Wildcat team gear from the comfort of your own home online at bcusportshop.com, the official online store of BCU Wildcat Athletics. Save your gas money. Avoid the hassles in the mall. Click on bcusportshop.com and get the best in Wildcat wear delivered to you in just 48 hours. bcusportshop.com, the official Wildcat online store.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. 13 institutions, all playing to win with dignity. On and off the field. Sportsmanship. It's more than playing by the rules. It's playing smart. It's not just winning.
It's taking each loss as a lesson.
It's about respect for your opponent, for yourself.
Because the game isn't just about the score.
For our student athletes, the goal isn't just a line on the field.
It goes beyond.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Sportsmanship is the way to play.
Welcome back to the BCU Wildcat Football Insider. Lynn Thompson along with Donovan Wells, head band man at Bethune-Cookman University, and the head football coach, Brian Jenkins. Thanks, Mr. Wells, for letting us come into your rehearsal hall today.
You're welcome.
For those of you who were with us or just might be joining us, there is a direct relationship and a benefit for having a great football team and a great band. At certain points of the time of the game, there's an emotional need to have support. The fan base needs to be solidified and excited, and Donovan does a great job of that. As we look now into strategy, because Donovan, you have the pressure to do a show each week, and so do you, yeah. Coach Jenkins. Let's talk about this week's game at Delaware State, Coach. Tell us how you prepare for that.
Well, the number one thing, we get our kids to understand that preparation is part of the process, and high-level preparation is the key to success. So, you know, we do that by watching a lot of film. We dissect our opponent to the T. We leave no stone unturned. We watch their every movement, and we watch their every adjustment, and then we put in a plan of attack. So after charting and breaking down percentages, because I'm a numbers guy, so you know, percentage of blitz, percentage of defense, percentages of everything from formations to field position and different things, and it all comes by film. And that's why film is so important. And once we get all that information calculated, then we put our plan of attack together.
Wow. So you plot it out from there. Donovan, you do virtually the same thing where you have to plot out a diagram or a plan for 300 people to execute at one time. And I remember the joke where a lady said, "Look at my baby out there marching. Everybody went the wrong way but her." And that meant that she turned wrong and everybody else went right. But and so you've got to ensure that all of that happens. Right. How do you do it?
I have a great team, first of all, and we have some great students. But just like Coach said, it's a lot of preparation. The kid said my favorite word is take it again. You know, we take it again and getting reps in. I want the actual performance. I want that to be fun, but you have to put in the work throughout the week. Preparing music, charting drills. Mr. P, he writes our music for us. He does a great job.
James Portier,
man. And Portier taught me when I was in school.
Yeah, so, one of my classmates.
Yeah, and Pedro Ori, he does percussion, a great job with percussion. And Ernest Hamilton does all of the drum majors and auxiliary things. And I do the show design. And all of us, we have our lanes and we stay in them. But everybody's so good in that lane, you don't want to venture into that lane, right. You know. So, and it helps out a lot. But it's a lot of preparation. It's a lot of time spent in here on music. It's a lot of time spent on the field. And like you said, it starts with discipline. When you got 300 people, you have to know your job. Yeah. You know, and that's the way we put it to our kids. You have a job. When you put that uniform on, you have to execute your job.
Well, I know on Friday night is one of the most important nights for a football team. And Brian told me last year, Coach, I need Donovan to come talk to the team. You remember that?
Right.
And that is indeed a very special night because I don't know if your students, the band, understand what it means to see the team run through the band pregame. That has become a very sacred tradition at Bethune-Cookman. Coach, I know it gets you ready.
Right, it definitely gets me ready to see the Wildcat band out there playing and in their formations and alignments and setting the stage for the game for us. That is tremendous.
Maybe we can get Mr. Wells to run through there with you one time.
maybe so. But you know, the one thing I want to add when you talk about preparation, because when you look at the football team and you look at the band, it all boils down to trained behavior. Right. That's what it boils down to. And one thing I tell my guys all the time is trained behavior should become instinct. And instinctively, you should operate off your trained behavior. Yeah. And I think that holds for both groups, us and the band. And I'm also add this. I think when we're out there practicing, our guys see how hard the band is working to perform for them, and the band is seeing how hard our football team is working to perform as well. And I think that respect, has been established between two groups, and that's why both are operating at a high level.
I agree totally. And when you talk about the brand of Bethune-Cookman University, there's nothing finer than having a great football team and a great band, and the national television, radio audiences all know that, and they appreciate that. And I just thank you, Mr. Wells, for letting us come in here today and to see what you do, and whatever we can do to assist you, to continue to help you become the best there ever was, we're going to do that. In just a few moments, we'll come back. We'll take a look at what's going to happen in the MEAC this week as the conference play kicks off.
Larry Kelly here at Ritchie Cadillac, inviting you to stop by and discover why Cadillac is the top-selling luxury brand in Volusia and Flagler counties. Cadillac CTS has the performance, design, and luxury that make Cadillac a luxury brand leader. The CTS family has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list 4 years in a row and also has a 5-star safety rating. Test drive the Cadillac CTS today at Ritchie Cadillac on Nova Road in Daytona Beach or visit us online at ritchieautos.com.
Welcome to my place. Come on, get in the game.
Get in the game at Vince Carter's, LPGA Boulevard at I-95, Daytona Beach.
The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, 13 institutions, all bringing the dreams of our student athletes to light. A premier NCAA Division I conference. We deliver excellence across the spectrum, uniting the diverse pursuits and talents of all our student athletes with the power of respect. For together, we are the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, achieving the dream.
Do you want to wear what the real Wildcats wear? You can get your official BCU Wildcat team gear from the comfort of your own home online at bcusportshop.com, the official online store of BCU Wildcat Athletics. Save your gas money. Avoid the hassles in the mall. Click on bcusportshop.com and get the best in Wildcat wear delivered to you in just 48 hours. bcusportshop.com, the official Wildcat online store. Welcome back to the fourth quarter here of this week's BCU Wildcat Football Insider episode. This one is happening here inside the band room in Bethune-Cookman's campus here in Daytona Beach. And Donovan Wells, the director of band, sits in with us, and Coach Jenkins, as always. Around the MEAC this week, Coach, a big Thursday night football game, A&T. Remains undefeated, seemingly ahead of schedule under Broadway's prediction. They beat Howard in a nationally televised game, and A&T jumps out to a big lead and holds on to the end. Most people think that Howard gave it away at the end, but what do you think?
Well, I think A&T is a very good football team. You know, Coach Broadway is a tremendous coach, and he has them playing at a high level right now at this part of the season. So it's no surprise to me that they're in the position that they're in. Okay, two bands put on a great show at halftime. Donovan, the A&T band, and also Howard's marching band, the Showtime band. They did a good job. You know those guys, right?
Right. Definitely. You have Dr. Ruff at A&T, and then you have Mr. Newsom at Howard. And Mr. Newsom has been there. He was at Howard when I was in high school, so he's been there a long, long time.
That's a whole lot of music.
Yeah, man.
Savannah State, Coach, surprised a lot of people. Had a chance to win it, their first MEAC victory, but Delaware State ekes out a 24-22 win in Savannah.
It was a hard-fought football game, and both teams, made some big plays. And to see Savannah State being an improved football team is not surprising. Ernest is a very good coach and is almost an offensive guru. And, I mean, you see what he did when he was at Hampton.
Correct.
So it doesn't surprise me that game went down to the wire. And like I say, both teams played to win, and just so happened only one could be victorious.
That's right. 24-22, Dale State wins that one, sets up a matchup with us coming up in Dover this weekend. The final conference game of the week was two winless teams, believe it or not, in Baltimore, Maryland. Norfolk State wins it 27-21 over Morgan State. Coach, that's two surprising teams that were searching for a victory.
Right. And once again, another hard-fought game. Two well-coached teams by two respected coaches in the conference. And somehow, Norfolk find a way to squeak it out and come out with a victory.
These marching bands, I'm sure that was a great show there. An easy trip for Norfolk to go on over to Baltimore. Two good band programs there, too.
Oh, yes. You have Melvin Miles at Morgan. And Melvin was at Morgan when I was in high school. and at Norfolk State, you have Paul Adams. And, they're doing a great job there. And two very entertaining bands, so I'm pretty sure the spectators enjoyed halftime.
So that's an array of music from Funkadelic to Bruno Mars they can pick from.
Anything can come out of a HBCU band. Anything. Yeah.
Well, anything can happen in the MEAC Conference title race this week. Coach, the last game I wanted to talk about was Hampton at South Carolina State. A disappointing show by Hampton. South Carolina State wins at 30-6 in a football game that South Carolina State's defense just dominated, and Hampton just can't find the formula for success.
Right, but knowing Donovan Rose like I do, he's a guy that's not going to quit. He's going to keep mashing the pedal and expecting the car to run at a fast pace. So I'm sure at some point in time, they'll catch fire and win a couple ball games.
And Buddy Pugh just knows how to win that.
Right, definitely. He has the Bulldogs hungry again and fighting to get back to the top. So it doesn't surprise me that they went down and they won in the manner that they did and with their defense, and that's what they're known for.
Two good bands there.
Oh yeah. South Carolina State, Eddie Ellis, my friend who used to be at Morris Brown.
That's right.
Eddie Ellis, he's done a great job there, and Hampton. I don't think Hampton bought their band.
Okay.
I don't think they came to Orangeburg, but Rasan Holmes is at Hampton, and Rasan is a good friend of mine. He's a native Floridian, so he's a good friend of mine, and he's done a great job there.
Okay, and you are a native Virginian here in Florida.
Right.
In fact, you've got a great deal of relatives and relationships and friends up in the Hampton Roads area.
Oh, yeah.
And every time we go there and you go there, it's impressive that you bring back maybe 50 or 60 students.
Well, I'm like Coach. I'm gonna look for a talent anywhere I can find it. And Coach, you look under a rock for.
That's right. Absolutely.
And I look under a rock, a board, anything for a musician, just like he would look for a quarterback or receive anything. So up in that area, I'm fortunate enough to have some relationships with a lot of high school band directors and a reputation up there where I can get some good students out of there.
The final question or statement of the day, we have two expert fishermen here on the set, and I'm not one of the two. But Donovan Wells and Brian Jenkins are two master fishermen. Donovan, I would sure like to get you, Brian, and Larry Wesley, Cateye Network host, on a boat one weekend and take the Cateye crew out there and see who comes out on the top. As Isadora Williams says, who will ascend to the top of the mountain? We'll wait and see. Maybe we'll do that in the off season. But I want to thank you for having us here in your band room. It's exciting to know what you do, and we cannot succeed without you doing what you do. Thanks to the marching Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman University, and for Brian Jenkins and the football team, we're out of time, but we'll see you this weekend. Dover, Delaware, the Cats and the Hornets in Niagara.